Welcome everybody. My name is Bree. Now today we have a 15-minute extended stretch workout. I always reference in our workouts, if you have more time, please stretch. So I always like to give you more options to choose from. And this is also a fantastic 15 minutes you can slide in the morning, in the middle of the day, in the evening, whenever you have time to fit some more flexibility and stretch into your life. So we're gonna follow as if you are coming off a workout. So we're gonna do a little bit of a dynamic flow in the beginning and finish with a static flow towards the end. So go ahead and take your feet nice and wide. I always like to start with deep breaths just to calm the body. Hi, Sharon. Go ahead and big deep breath, lift up. Exhale. And I want that really deep, deep breath. We're gonna go 3 more, in through the nose. Expand through the lungs, reach long through the fingertips, and then exhale. Good, and keep reaching out nice and wide, side to side. 2 more, deep breath in. And exhale, reaching out nice and long through those fingertips. We're creating expansion and length in the body. Last one, big lift up. And exhale. Great job. All right, so we're gonna start with a little bit of a step touch, rolling the shoulder back. So coming off a workout, you always wanna kind of move into it. We're gonna do some dynamic flows and then static. Now, specifically this month, we've been focusing in our strength workouts on some single-sided exercises. So we're gonna stay on each side, same thing in this extended stretch, and just give a little bit of love individually to each side of our body. You'll see what I mean. All right, take those hands behind your back. Keep that step touch and open up through your chest. So I also want to reference, when I'm step touching here, I'm going to turn to the side, show you, you can stretch your chest here. If you have a little more flexibility, go ahead and rotate a little bit more and give me a little bit of a bicep stretch as well. Good. All right, plant those feet, both shoulders coming back, resetting the posture, and then we're going to get a little bit into the neck. Great job. I don't know about you, but I start to really fall in love with the way that more mobility and flexibility in my life just makes me feel every other minute of the day. So I hope and encourage you to include more into your life as well. All right, go ahead and take it side to side. And I want you to think about drawing a semicircle and taking ear to shoulder and going side to side, tucking the chin. And what I'm really focused on, and it's harder, I always say this to you guys, it's harder for me to talk and get a really good form, not muffle my mic for you, but I want you to think about, keep going, stretching the front of your neck. So a lot of this as well, and why it's good for just everyday use, is I'm gonna hit a lot of the places that we tend to get really over tight, just with posture and how we move in everyday life. All right, another flush out with that shoulders. Take those shoulders back. Nice. Okay, we're gonna add on to that chest stretch. We're gonna go into chest and then place your palms up towards the back of the room and press your elbows forward. Love this flow right here. So get your chest, keep your abs tight, and then rotators. So I'm gonna turn to the side. I keep doing that so that you can see what I wanna really focus on is that you're not arching your back. So keep your abs pulled in tight, press forward. Keep going. And press it forward. And you're going to give me about 15 more seconds there. I'm just going to make one adjustment. Good. Keep going. I have some lights that move to the music. Likes to move to my voice too. All right, team, from here, we're going to dive forward. So I want you to come into a forward flexion, reaching long, stretching out through the upper back, and then open up, stretch through the chest. Now this one we have done before, so you should feel like a pro. Reach forward and then open up through your chest. And then we're gonna add on to it today. So reach, dive forward, core tight, open up. Good, keep going. I'm gonna take one more sweep at this. And I think I got it. All right, give me one more. Dive forward. And reach up and tighten up the abs, open up. Okay, this time, here's the add-on. I want you to reach forward, and now I want you to kind of sit up nice and tall, and what we're gonna do is pull back and give me a little activation between your shoulder blades. We're gonna go side to side. So mentioning the single-sided focus, one arm at a time. Good, and I'll angle for you. Reach long, tuck your chin. And I'm not moving my hips, it's just an upper body. There you go. Now I wanna just point this one out. This is the first time I've done this with you guys. This is a fantastic little mobility / exercise to work into your day. Make sure you have everything stacked, your chin tucked, and I'll tell you why. We tend to always be in that forward flexion position, and I want you to try to squeeze your shoulder blades together, keep your abs tight. Good, one more each side. Just want to slide a little work in there whenever I can for you. Great job. Okay, shake out those arms. Take it backwards. And then grab those elbows and spine shake out. Low to high. This one is just a magical spine release. Great job. So when you're coming off a workout, about 5 minutes in here, you should feel your heart rate really start to slow down. You should feel like you're hitting that recovery mode. And now we're going to transition a little bit more into static, still keeping a movement-based style flow in some regard, but we will end up fully on the floor and static. Okay, take your legs wide. We're going to go into some lateral lunges side to side, thinking about pushing our booty back and stretching through the adductor. Good. One more each side, and then I want you to land on the right lead and come down. So this positioning is completely individual. You can stay here where both feet are flat, or you can come down and make it a little bit more functional with me if you'd like, and think about pushing your adductors out a tad by pushing the knee out. Good. Wherever you're at, you're simply going to turn to the same side as what knee was bent and come into that low lunge. Now, this is one that I know we tend to do a lot, and I'm going to add both a twist to the back and a twist to the front. So another option is to be up nice and high. You always want to be supporting your body and really feeling like you are supported and safe and not overstretching by any means. Okay, whatever hand is closest to your bent leg, I want you to sweep up, and you're going to look towards the back. I want you to stay moving with that arm, and you're going to give me 3 semicircles. Turning. Good. One more. Reaching through all points, all degrees of that semicircle. And now finish with your arms reaching forward. And then place that straight arm on the floor. And this is where we're going to add on a little bit. So hold that stretch, and I want you to take your inside arm and rotate up 3 times. So we're going to come up and down. Be gentle. Be slow. Controlled. Last one. Very nice job. And then place both palms on the ground. Push back into a down dog. Give your lower body a little bit of a release there. Abs tight. Good. You can pedal those heels down if you want to give your calves a little love. Down dog's so great for feeling those calves stretch on the back. Each time you go into each rep, you give me 4 more here, you feel like you can get a little deeper. Great work. All right, go ahead and come back to a plank position. Take that opposite leg now. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So squaring out the hips in this position is super important. So try not to turn. And again, you have this higher option if that feels better. But let's take the arm closest to that bent leg. 3 semicircle sweeps. Reach. And then as you come forward, I want you to feel the length through those front fingertips. Good. I'm giving you guys all the go-tos today, all the best stretches. All right, take this straight arm now, place it on the inside of your foot, and we're going to open up towards the other side, just like we did. 3, nice, slow, control, open up, and come back. Open up. This one might feel a little bit more challenging. You have 1 more sweep. That's why I wanted to show you this higher version as well. All right, both palms on the ground. Push back into that down dog again. And let's go straight to that foot pedal. Feels so good. Hips high, core tight. Tuck your chin, please. Think about that great anatomical position in every single position. All right, from here, I want you to walk your hands towards your feet. Feel a hamstring stretch. You can bend your knees and then come on up. Squeeze through the glutes, round the shoulders back. All right, we're gonna get a little bit through the hip flexors, and then we're gonna come down to the floor. This is the point where when we do our 10 and 10, where I'm like, oh, I wish there was more. So I love that we have extra 5 minutes today. Tuck under, and what I wanna do is kind of pulse down and up and inch our way a little bit deeper into that hip flexor stretch. And again, focused on that single side. Give me 2 more. And now I want you to stop at your end point. Feel like you have a really good control over your hips. You got a nice tuck, but you're not sinking into your low back. So you want to also have chest up. You know where I'm going with this. To make it a little bit harder, you're going to reach up, or I should just say make the stretch a little bit more intense. And now give me a little bit of a bend to the side. You can choose to kind of go in and out of it, or you can hold that bend. And I'm going to take it a step further for us today. You can also keep everything square. Give me a little bit of a look underneath. So you want to think about to the side and then a slight twist. And that's just going to give you an even deeper hip flexor stretch. All right, we're going to flush it out. So just shift your weight back, circle the arm. Nice job. And we're going to hit the other side. So you can think of today as a little bit of an add-on from stuff that we've done in the past, just to take it a step further, progressing everything we do together. Strength, cardio, flexibility, and mobility. All right, go ahead and switch legs. Take that other side back. I always grab onto my hips. Now feel that tuck. Pulse down and up, and give it about 5 to 6, really tightening up the core. Kind of testing out where your end range is today. Good. Now find that end range, sink down, hold. Noticing where everything is stacked, how your body feels. You should feel light, and always be thinking about your low back. There's a tendency to sink into the low back. Okay, raise that arm up. Keep everything in position. Don't let the ribs flare. Tuck your chin. And then take it to the side if you want. And you can go in and out. Or our new option, to the side and then a little bit of a twist. It's the most minor little tweak, but it's to feel that that hip flexor stretch even more. All right, let's flush it out, down and up, little hamstring. And then we're gonna come all the way down to the floor, and we're gonna get some static stretches here to close out this 15 minutes. 2 more circles. And meet me on the floor. All right, you guys. I hope you are already ready to save this video, because I can already see this fitting so nicely into post-workout, as well as I like to do these before bed for sure. All right, go ahead and bring one knee into your chest, one leg extended, and I want you to think about moving through your hip range of motion and taking it out and in, and then we're gonna take it across and get that low back. So now take your knee all the way across, 90 degrees, look towards that opposite side, feel that stretch, keep your upper back on the floor, look towards that opposite arm, and then we're gonna stay on this side, we're gonna hit a glute stretch as well. So come back to center, and get that figure 4 stretch. Now you can also move through this as well. You can give me a little bit of a manual press in and out. Very nice. And let's switch. So extend the opposite leg, and you're gonna go into that side to side, feeling the range of motion in your hip. Kind of lubricates the joint. And then we're gonna bring this bent knee all the way across the body, look towards the opposite side. Nice job. Keeping the upper back on the ground. Good, deep breaths. Every time you exhale, try to relax into that stretch a little bit more. All right, back to the center, come up. Figure 4. Okay, so now those last 5 minutes, those went way too fast. Give me a little bit of a press out if you want. And then we're gonna come up to a seated position, twist out just a couple times, and then you did it. Go ahead and bring your knees in, rock up. All right, extend your legs out, and here's how I wanna finish today. Give me a big smile, sit up nice and tall. Good, switch your legs. Sit up nice and tall, core tight, tuck that chin. And then come back to a seated position. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you did this live, I hope that you always feel the live energy that I always feel with you guys, and I really appreciate your time. If you want to do this live and you're doing this on replay right now, just know I am always here Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. Pacific time, so put it in your calendar, and if not, you can always hit the replay. But this one specifically, so whenever you hear me say, if you have more time to stretch, throw this quick 15 minutes in there, as well as any time that you just feel like you want to invigorate your body and give your body some extra love. I will make one last plug. A lot of times our flexibility and our mobility gets overlooked because we're thinking about burning calories and building muscle. You guys, mobility and flexibility is kind of the glue that keeps everything together and keeps our body functioning at its most optimal state. So it is just as important, and that's why I tend to really prioritize it for us. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please ask questions if you have them, because I'm also here to help you along your journey every step of the way. I will see you guys next week, and thank you so much. Sharon, you're welcome. Thank you so much for all of your energy, and I'll see you guys next week.